Hello everyone, this is Kieran from UK1 and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at a deck that I've been very excited to show you guys pretty much all week because I've managed to finally finish it, and that is going to be Mega Latios. Now, this is probably going to be one of the first, if not, well, the first of hopefully many Mega decks that I will be showing off over the coming months, whatever, and however long it's going to be. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the deck. So, obviously, we have got a 3-3 line of Mega Latios EX. So, we will look at Latios EX. So, 170 HP, retreat cost of 2. We're not worried about using Latios too much, but I will go over the attacks and stuff with you. So, for 1 Psychic, Fast Raid does 40. And if you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn. So, it's pretty good. This and Deoxys are the only two Pokemon in the current format where you can actually use an attack first. This one does damage, and then the Deoxys just lets you draw 2 cards. And then for 1 Water, 2 Psychic, and 1 Colorless, Light Pulse does 110. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So, again, it's one of these standard prevent all effects except damage. So basically, your opponent has to work slightly harder if they're trying to, you know, put a special condition on it or anything like that. And then we get to the main event Pokemon of the deck, Mega Latios EX. 220 HP, free retreat cost. It does Sonic Ace. You for 1 Water, 1 Psychic, and 1 Colorless. Discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and don't apply some resistance for bench Pokemon. So, it takes 3 energy, but we are also using double dragon energy. So how do we get around not having to discard that double dragon energy? The one way that I've worked it out is using Hydreigon. So we're going for a 4-2-4 line of Hydreigon with Dark Impulse. And once during your turn before your attack, you may attach a darkness energy from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. So we can get 2 Hydreigon on the bench, then use the Dark Impulse ability and attach to Mega Latios, and then Mega Latios simply discards those 2 Darkness Energy and deals 120 damage to any Pokemon. So that's pretty much the entirety of the Pokemon lineup, and then we'll move on to the trainers. We are running 2 Battle Compressor. Search your deck for up to 3 cards and discard them. So this will be used to ditch Darkness Energy to get ready for Hydreigon. 1 Escape Route because switching cards are great. 4 Mega Turbo because we are playing Megas and this is just a staple in every Mega deck. 3 Rare Candy. So because we are running a Stage 2 Pokemon, I was going to go for 4, but I felt that 4 was a bit overkill. So we're going to, and considering we're running a 4-2-4 line, 3 seems to be the right number of rare candies. 2 Switch, again, switching cards are useful. 3 Trainer's Mail. 4, again, is good, but I've actually found it a lot better to be using just 3. 3 Ultra Ball for searching, and 3 VS Seeker for returning supporters. And now for supporters. Now, I know I'm only running 8. There's actually not a lot needed for this deck because you're just constantly sniping your opponent's benched Pokemon. That's kind of what you're doing the most. So we're gonna go for 1 Lysander because obviously we can pick it up again with the VS Seeker. 4 Professor Birch's Observations. I have decided to start using this over Professor Sycamore because of Trump Card being banned, and I feel that I'm burning through my resources far too quickly and far too often with Sycamore, so I decided to go with Birch. So for those of you who don't know, you shuffle your hand into your deck, you flip a coin, if heads draw 7, if tails draw 4, so you're not really making a loss, and you're not actually losing anything to the discard pile, you're just losing stuff to the deck. And then we are also playing 3 Shauna, because Shauna's actually really good. You shuffle hand and draw 5. Then we are playing 3 Latios Spirit Link, and then for the energy, simply 8 Darkness and 4 Double Dragon. So that is the deck, Mega Latios, and we are now going to take this to a random match or 2, depending on how much time we actually have. And let's get underway with Mega Latios EX. So this week's been a bit off and on, so I'd like to apologise for any inconsistencies with videos and content, but you guys have been absolutely fantastic. So yeah, hopefully this video will bring some entertainment to your day. Just got to see what happens, really. And so our opponent is Jeremy Messmore. So he's playing Water Fighting and Colourless. And we get to go first, and we start off quite nicely with a Latios EX and a Spirit Link as well. Not to mention we've got the Battle Compressor. So this is actually shaping up to be a pretty decent opening hand. Now we do have the Mega Latios in there, but we are going to use Professor Birch just to kind of hopefully get a few bits that we actually do need. And I do not know why my computer is being so slow. So we're going to Battle Compressor, 3 Darkness Energy into the discard pile. There we go. And the third one, in it goes. And then we're going to play Birch. And we only draw 4, but that's okay. And we can get a Dino and a Latios EX down. And that will do it for the turn. So we're going to see what our opponent does. He's got a Soul Rock out, so he's probably going to use, was it Solar Generation? Solar Generator, my apologies. So he can search his deck for up to 2 special energy cards and put them into his hand. So he's probably going to be doing a combination of water and fighting. So he'll probably be looking for stuff like Strong Energy, Double Colourless Energy, stuff like that. So we'll just see what he does. So he plays a Pokemon Fan Club. And we will see what he is pulling out. He is pulling out a Lapras and a Rayquaza EX. Okay, so now he's going to play a Dive Ball. And he's going to search for a Water Pokemon. An Articuno. The one with Find Ice. So that might actually be useful. And attaching an energy to Rayquaza EX. And he's going to pass the turn. Okay, so we are going to first play this Darkness Energy onto Latios EX, the active one, and then we're going to Shauna. And this is, okay, it's looking promising. So we're going to go Trainer's Mail. And then we're going to go for an Ultra Ball, because I really need to get... well, I just need to get stuff onto my field. So I'm going to keep onto the VS Seeker. So what we're going to do is we're going to Ultra Ball the Turbo and the Rare Candy away, as much as I hate to do that. And we're actually going to get ourselves a Mega Latios EX. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to Mega Evolve. And that will be it for the turn. See what our opponent can do. So the plan for the next turn is use the VS... Oh, he's going to go Crushing Hammer and hits the tails. So yeah, so we're going to use the VS Seeker the next turn and try and get Birch. And yep, so the Crushing Hammer gets rid of that energy. So I guess he's trying to slow us down with the Crushing Hammers, but hopefully, you know, if we can flip heads on that Birch in the next turn, then we should be... And Shaman comes down and draws 6 cards. And we see a Totodile. This is looking to be a very interesting deck indeed. Okay, so yeah, we've got the Mega Turbo, which is actually very useful. And we will put it onto Mega Latios, which we have. And we're going to go VS Seeker. And we're going to pick up Professor Birch, hoping that we flip the heads. If not, then we'll just have to work with it. Yeah, flip the tails. We draw 4. Okay, we'll get a Latios Spirit Link onto the Latios EX. And then we are going to attach another energy there. And we are going to end the turn to see what else my opponent can do. So we've got another Professor Birch in there, and depending on what my opponent wants to do, it looks like he is going for... Okay, so the Rayquaza has come out. Now So he's intensifying, burnt my Latios, and there we go. There's the double dragon energy. We're going to retreat into a dino, and then we're going to escape rope, so then we can get that Rayquaza out of the active spot. See what he pulls out. So he's going to pull out the Total Dart, and we're going to pull the Latios back out, and we're going to go Professor Birch for 4. It's not terrible. And then we're going to go Zvilus here. We're going to Latios and the Spirit Link. And then we're going to Mega Turbo, because just having that extra energy to discard is so preferable. And then we're going to go Sonic Ace. We're going to discard the 2 Darkness Energies. Like so. And then we're going to just pick off that Shaymin EX for 2 prizes. So, nicely done on my part, I think. So, now, hopefully, I feel that I've left my opponent in a rather sticky situation. So, he's going to Fury Swipe for 10. Mega Latios just laughs. Oh, and he's conceded. Would you look at that? Ah, dearie me. Well, at least we won, and, you know, we had fun doing it. So I'm actually going to wrap up the video here. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check out the social media links in the description below. I will be hosting not hosting, but I'll be doing a Q&A video on Saturday, so be sure to head over to our Facebook page and leave us a couple of questions in the comments section below. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Kieran from UKmon, and I will see you guys next time.